I came on your fine show to discuss art, not people that whore themselves out on the altar of commercial success, dancing like a puppet alongside a genetic freak, although I do that too.
Okay, Moody. So what do you want to talk about?
Oh, I don't know. My performance at the Hollywood Bowl, perhaps. There are some that attend the concert inside. I am the concert outside myself. In the parking lot where we build bonfires and dance, it comes back to the seriousness of my purpose. At a young age, I held puppet shows on the corner that had people weeping and lying down in the streets. It's about movement, about encouraging ordinary, working-class people that there is something enervating about a modern dance performance. That seeing in the future there will be robots will change your life, no matter what your life's like now.
Kind of like getting a new haircut.
Yes, exactly. No, nothing like a new haircut, you half-wit. This is movement. Watch my hand. Yes, movement. There's a manatee on stage. See? He cannot hear from the wall of Wagner around him. We have lasers that shoot him down, cut him free his soul from the bondage of the past. And then on stage, we have snow that falls and represents love in all its forms. The robot makes a snow angel, and we begin to cry. Close curtain.
Okay. Well, I'd love just the 5 of us.
Please, 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 enough! 5 succeeds while robots starve. Attendance has been poor. If I were opening this with the Orquestra Filarmonica de Jalapa in Mexico, there would be riots in the streets with small children giving me flowers and weeping. Here in Vice City, they wouldn't know art unless it came as a tube of beef jerky. They told me, Claude, it can't be done. Vice City is for sun worshippers and Philistines, and I told them no. I told them if I'm directing a work of commercial dross down there, I must save my soul with some serious art. But to be honest, Amy, they were right. I feel ahead of my time. The best artists are ignored. I mean, surely any right-minded person would rather spend an evening watching me express the meaning of space as I move delicately across the stage in the dance of desire and denigration than flopping around in a disco or a nightclub or sucking the electric teat of television.
I know I would.
God! I mean, what is wrong with you people?
God, my hair.
What?
My hair is all wrong. It clashes with my dress.
Zeus! Cicero! Shakespeare! Flaubert! Someone! Please save me from this hellhole! My dear, you are so ignorant. I'm trying to save you, to save everyone. You don't see the art around you. Are you in search of old lang synes, singing Madama Butterfly on a windowsill, or relegating yourself to a cricket in Huckleberry Finn? I'm a movement that conquers love while you complain about your dress. Know you not how important my mission be?
Right. Cool. Okay, Mr. Chesterfield, Mr. Magonaut, you gotta hang in there. You're on K-Chat, and I'll be right back.
At the law firm of DeLeo and Furex, we understand that sometimes life throws you a curveball. We help our blue-chip clients get their lives back after circumstances have conspired against them. Just listen.
It was an unfortunate accident what happened to my wife on that precarious cliff. DeLeo and Furex can't bring my wife back, but they made sure I didn't end up in the slammer.
I was unfortunate enough to be found with 15 kilos in my spare tire. I was so mad at the auto repair shop that sold me that tire. Thanks to DeLeo and Furex, the district attorney saw it that way too.
I accidentally torched a Quickie Mart when my medication ran out. DeLeo and Furex helped me and the community by ensuring a healthy settlement from the pharmaceutical companies.
At DeLeo and Furex, we understand the judicial system and will ensure the truth is heard, no matter how improbable. We're not cheap, but what price can you put on truth? Call DeLeo and Furex today at 866-974-2333. That's 866-9-SHADY. DeLeo and Furex. Accidents happen, and we'll prove it.
The store leading the fight against communism is having a blowout sale! Ammu-Nation has a wide array of peacemakers. Come by Ammu-Nation on Militia Mondays, exercise your Second Amendment rights, and get 10% off all armor-piercing bullets. We're the only gun store that lets you try it before you buy it. Need anti-tank missiles? We've got them. Flamethrowers? Oh, yeah. No credit? No problem. No money down. 90 days, same as cash. Shoot now, pay later. During the 10-minute waiting period, fire off a few rounds of the ammunition gun range, featuring faces of famous commie pinkos. Come by Ammunition and register to win an anti-aircraft gun actually used when we whooped Australia's ass. This weekend is the Ammunition Film Festival with 3 screenings of the documentary Red Dawn. Ammunition, protecting your rights.
You're back on Gay Chat with me, Amy, and my special guest. Let's go to the phones.
Mr. Maginot, Bruce from Prawn Island here. Big fan of the show, Mr. Maginot, big fan. Dude, I don't know about the robot thing. It's weird. Quickly, is he really 42? Does he shop in the kids' aisle? Does he get on roller coaster rides? I mean, what's the deal? Does he pay half price at the movie?
No comment. Next caller.
Oh my God, trauma. I meant that's my line. I'm supposed to say that. Oh God, this guy is such a dick. Next caller. Who's on the line? I mean, who's on line? What number is it? Who's on the line?
Hello, Claude. This is Morgan. I'm just vacationing down here, having finished my doctoral thesis into images of young boys in post-lapsarian Greece and the erotic understatement of the fugue in contemporary Baroque. Fascinating stuff.
Do you have a question? I'm confused.
No, woman. I just wanted to tell Claude about my thesis and discuss his bleaker Death in Venice Street period. Of course I have a question, you silly girl. Claude, I saw Robots. Big fan, and that's praise indeed coming from me. I normally hate anything humanity has achieved since 1836. But one thing fascinated me, Claude, about the show. The pants. They were so tight, so fitted. How do you get such a marvelous, close, sequin figure hugging fit and still? Oh, and were the sequins a reference to lasers?
Yes, my, I agree. Thanks for calling. That is an important question. You see, I'm an important person, and I especially think so. It is really important for people to see my form move through space in very tight pants, or the effect is ruined. Interpretive dance cannot be expressed in baggy clothing. It's like a violin parade. Otherwise, why have a love story with a manatee and the lasers? It's very important.
You're kind of creepy. You're nothing like you are on the show. You're so funny there, joking with the family and putting out the fires started by the homeless guy and starting group hugs. But in real life, you're just plain creepy. You won't even tell us how old Jimmy is. All you talk about is Archie stuff like that nobody understands because it's complicated, and how tight your pants are.
That's not true. I also discussed love and passion and a manatee and the lasers. You, my dear, could use all 3. You, my dear, are a Philistine. I'm sorry, but this is one of the most degrading, debasing, horrific, unedifying, opportunistic things I have ever done in my life since that whole Rake's Progress lawnmower commercial. I feel dirty, like I just sat in something.
You did. Our last guest was taken violently ill.
Yes, well, such is the plight of radio. Rather than grumble like Leporello or a taxi driver about my duties cleaning the back seat, I shall bid you adieu.
Okay, thanks, Claude. Next, we have a very important guest who doesn't dance like a weird jerk. We'll be back right after this. You're on K-Chat.
Knights of the road, here's your stallion. The car for freedom. The car for hot excitement. The car for a man who is alone against the elements.
The Waibatsu Thunder.
The pride is back. It's the power of a compact.
Looks small, but it's so big.
Fuel injected.
Inject me.
My Batsu Thunder. On the toll road of life, you have to pay to prove you can. Live the emotion of an individual.
Thunder.
The awesome power of nature distilled into one vehicle.
Wow.
Because after you get struck by lightning, there's thunder.
The Waibatsu Thunder.
What's this I found under your bed? The only Engels you're going to read is Laura Ingalls Wilder.
If you think your child might be a red, here are some warning signs. They read complicated literature and have concern for their fellow man. They even like to share. Tell your kids if someone approaches them with pamphlets about recycling, an invitation to a labor rally, or showing any doubts about the fairness of our system, then they should find a teacher or a policeman immediately.
do yourself a favor. Take both hands off the wheel and touch the steering. Do you feel the power? Ah, yes, friend, there's a lot of evil in the world, but there is also light. And I have been sent to shine a light on all degenerates, philanderers, liberals, and other evildoers, and expose them for what they really are. Don't waste your money on unnecessary and corrupting material possessions. Give it to me. There's only one thing that will save you, a highly fortified structure in the shape of the most powerful thing on the planet, me. Degenerates will ruin this great city. In my wonderful book, I tell of the impending disaster about to befall this planet. Nuclear holocaust, plagues of flying rodents, the seas rising up and turning yellow. It is coming. It is written by me, but you can save yourself. Contribute to the Pastor Richard Salvation Statue Fund. Pick up your telephone. Call now. 1-866-9-SAVE-ME.
Hi, and welcome back. If you're just joining us, you're listening to K-Chat, Vice City's only commercial talk station, the place where the stars shine in conversation with you and me. I'm Amy Scheckenhausen. My next guest is a rising star in the world of Norse mythology. He's appeared in several best-selling infomercials and travels the globe speaking at corporate training camps. His books and audio cassettes are sold around the world. He is Valhalla's finest deity and motivational speaker, Thor.
Hi. Hello, Amy. I'm happy to be here. It's been a long journey.
Yeah. Now, I don't know much about you. I mean, I read Beowulf. Well, I didn't, but I read the cover. But, you're a Viking, right?
Did the tunic and goatskin boots give you a clue, maybe? I am a Viking, and a Viking that will not only help you unleash the Furies, but unleash yourself. It's in my Thor's Norse Power program.
Okay, I'm a little confused. Well, I'm a lot confused. I was taught in school that Vikings were bloodthirsty and violent.
An elder once told me, you must unlearn what you have learned. Of course, then he died of the Green Plague. There are some Vikings that are a bloodthirsty lot, yes, but no more than anyone else, really. We're a nomadic people, Amy. We have cold fire in our souls. Ye have that fire too, Amy. You've just lost it since you've gotten television. Now, that being said, I'll answer your question. We are mostly nonviolent, though many of the Vikings traveled to Scotland. And mind you, anyone who goes there will turn bloodthirsty. You can't understand what the lot are saying. It's all a for, Recklin, a boot, dine. It's enough to make you want to burn a village to the ground. That's why, in my cassette series, I talk about the importance of communication. You see, Amy, men and women live in different worlds. We use different words. A group of men talk about what they've killed, how to start a fire, who has the best long boat. Women want to talk about keeping the communal long hut tidy and their feelings. When I'm raiding a village, I don't need to be talking about feelings. It's time for action.
Great. So is that all there is to being a Viking? Pillaging?
No, lass, no. Pillaging and battle are important, but we admire poetry as well, as long as it's poems about whacking someone in with a double-handed battle axe. What's holding you back, Amy? In Chapter 3 of my book, I talk about listening to the bloodthirsty water spirit. It's really quite important if you want to enter Valhalla.
I think I went there last night. Oh, no, that was Malibu. But it's the same sort of thing. Valhalla was that golf club, wasn't it? So, 1983. But right, what does being a Viking have to do with anything? This is the 20th century. We have electricity, penicillin, jet planes, implants. Well, I don't, but I want some, but I heard the operation is really gross. You live like it's 982 AD or something.
Mind ye tongue, wench, lest I cut it out. Deep down, all of you listening to me say, Thor, yes, I'd like to unleash the Viking within. Maybe you go camping once a year or hunting and wonder why it feels so natural. That's because it is. Too much of this denying your instincts. Men shaving. You know, deep down in the pit of your soul, you wish you could crouch in the grass with flies biting your face, afraid to move for fear of alerting the beasts, covering yourself with yak urine to thwart your smell. Then, a beast draws close. You pounce, bringing your battle axe on its skull. Man and animal at that moment, one and the same in a terrible beauty. Then you drag the carcass back to camp and celebrate by eating its heart. Some people, they only do this once in a lifetime. I do this every day, and so can you. All it takes is some positive thinking. Just attend my Unleash the Norse Within weekend. When you are finished, you will say, I am a god. Nobody can stop me. I crush my enemies and dance on their funeral pyres. This is very helpful for living in suburbia, Amy, and I should know.
I really don't understand how.
Oh, it's very helpful. Maybe a neighbor is tossing his leaf clippings on your lawn, or looking at your woman, or harboring desires regarding your longboat. You enslave his children, set his house on fire. He shall not bother you again.
It must be nice to have you as a neighbor, not.
I live in no place longer than needed to fulfill my goals. Taking slaves, valuables, and food. Goal setting is very important, Amy, not just in football.
You're very weird and creeping me out a bit, but whatever. No weirder than anything else. So, what do you think of Vice City?
I like it very much. Your women here are prepared for battle. They are large, not like those scrawny things to the north. A woman who eats well provides for her man. You cannot set sail for robbing and pillaging on an empty stomach. It's like the story of the parson's wife and the troll.
I don't think I've ever heard of that one.
Great Carl Erson, ye mainlanders have no historical perspective. Read the runes. It's all right there. Talk to a grandparent. But no, he cast people out like rubbish. Wisdom is not to be treated so lightly. When my father grew old, I sat with him day and night, absorbing his wisdom, learning about the demons and where the wickedness resides in men's hearts. Then as his time grew near, I built a large pyre, burnt him and his wife while communing with Odin's spirit.
Careful, Musty Pines is a sponsor of the show. Ooh, grody, what are you doing?
I'm just adjusting myself, she-devil. Wearing these animal hides does get a bit itchy.
Okay. You never answered my question. What do you think of Vice City?
Your land and people have a lot in common with mine. You see, we too fled our homes due to lack of food, overpopulation, and the bitter cold. And, mind ye, darting out to raid passing ships is fine, but we needed a new land to have our way with. Granted, we roll and sail to an area, land in force, and burn down a local monastery or village, whereas you come in, destroy all the creatures, and sell plastic versions of them. You did a fine job pillaging these lands, but ye should have done something about Canada.
Wait a minute there, Buster. My mother's half Canadian.
Oh, what are you going to do, wench? Sweep the ice furiously at me? Ha! Socialized medicine? Nah, you did it all wrong. You should have continued to the north and finished things off. I talk about this in me motivational learning tapes. That, and beware the magpie. 'Tis the devil. Evil reigneth when darkness falls.
Are you married? You seem like a tough character to live with.
Aye, me wife Helga. What a hag.
This show is not sexist, whatever certain bearded women might say. Women are people too. I'd appreciate if you wouldn't talk that way.
Go live in a chimney, you troll. You 20th century women are all the same. And me hag Helga, she fell prey to your uppity ways. She says to me, Thor, I ain't having no mead no more. I'm going to meetings. See? That's your problem. Soon as you sort something out, you have to go preaching from the rooftops to everyone else how to live, not pillage nor plunder no more, but live in boxes. Then she says, Thor, I'm getting me stomach stapled. I look fat, and now fitteth 2 yak skins, where previously 'twas only 1. I say, wench, don't come crying to me when we're in a longboat crossing the straits for 2 moons, and you're all skin and bones. A man needs something to grab onto. Aye, ain't her fault. A cursed pixie goblin got her.
Pixie goblin? What kind of weird ancient nonsense are you talking about? Now, Thor, I've got to ask you, how old are you?
I am as old as the fjords, as young as a newborn lamb.
Are you shy about your age? Just lie about it, like my mom.
Thor is never shy. Thor is mighty. Thor is a god.
And where are you from?
From the beginning of the flat earth, where the sun meets the sky.
Oh, right. By the beach. Great. Let's take a commercial break. We'll be right back with Thor. He's a real Viking. Yeah, right, whatever.
Hello, I am Fernando Martinez. I think by now you know I am an emotional kind of guy. People stop me in the street and say, Fernando, what the hell is wrong with me? Silk shirt, hairy chest, enough aftershave to drown a household pet, but I still cannot get a woman. I tell them you are an ignorant fool. Without a symbol of power and fertility around your neck, what kind of woman is going to respect you? That is why I have teamed up with Medallion Man, the shop for medallion needs. Medallion Man caters to all levels of masculinity. For the strong, silent type, a medallion the size of a hubcap will say everything that needs to be said. Even singing medallions for the Casanova, who knows music is the food of love. Model trains, dollhouses, diapers, whatever your interest, we've got the medallion for you. Don't forget, every woman knows if you can't support a medallion, you can't support a family.
We have some sad news for you. Rock and roll is dead and pop is in! Why not discover the excitement of the science of music yourself at Synth & Son, the home of keyboards? Thanks to the science of music, you don't need musical talent to make great music. Just listen. I created that just by pressing a button. Synthesizers are the new wave. Why work hard on difficult compositions when a machine can make music better than you've ever dreamed of? You'll be the hit of the party. It's perfect for in-restaurant entertainment, cover bands, and funerals. Make fugues funky and death marches danceable. It's the science of music at Synth and Son. Remember, you don't know you're a musician until you try.
We're back on K-Chat with me, Amy, and my guest is Thor, Viking warrior and elf help guru. Do you have a last name? Oh, whatever. Anyway, what were we talking about?
We were talking about the wisdom of the ancients. There are many hurdles in life, Amy. I remember one of the first bits of fan mail I got. It came by bottle in the sea. A man of Lollard Island said, "A tiny woman came to our farm and swept in front of our door. A woodland troll has carried off my woman in the dead of night. Give me wisdom, Thor."
So, what did you tell him?
Hi, Amy. It was obvious the Black Plague had visited his home. As sure as you can't be a midwife to a fairy, expect wisdom from a fool, or find a good meal downtown on a Saturday night.
Okay. I really have nothing to ask you because I really don't think we're bonded quite right here. I'm more than a little confused. Let's go to the phones. You're on K-Chat with Thor.
Yes, hello, Thor. My name's Jay. I'm a huge fan, man. Your book really helped me get through puberty. Everyone else was into vampires and stuff. I just got into the Viking thing. It's pretty cool. It's been working pretty well for me. Anyway, my girlfriend and I, we fight all the time. She's always calling to check up on me. It really totally sucks. It's a drag. Like, I hang out at the strip mall with all my boys, and she shows up. Is there any advice you can give me?
Yes. There was a man who asked for a night's lodging at a certain farm on the eve of Maundy Thursday. Or maybe it was Fat Tuesday. Anyway, in the course of the night, the old woman of the house took out a horn of salve and smeared herself with it from head to toe. She then climbed on top of the stove, sat astride a sweeping broom, and began to...
Hello? Excuse me, what the hell are you talking about?
Reading from the runes, wench.
What kind of rune is that?
It's a man's rune, and not appropriate for the warrior under 18 years old. But there's a moral at the end. Are you still there, Fair Jay?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Do you love this woman?
Yeah, I think so. She's really special. Especially in the back seat, if you know what I mean, Thor.
Then behead her and parade thy love around on a stick for the world to admire.
Wow, cool. Thanks, Thor.
Okay, I'd like to throw you out, but you've got an enormous sword and, yeah, let's take another call. But first, listeners, Vice City, remember, don't behead your girlfriend and take her head around on a stick. Hello, you're on K-Chat with Thor.
Hey, brother, my name is TJ. Your book is fresh, real fresh. Like, it's been a real inspiration and all that. It's most definitely on me and my crew's vibe. And that Loki brother, he's as slick as Salivex. You know what I mean, Trooper? In fact, me and my boys have started a Thor fan club. You know what I'm rapping? We're on your vibe, man.
Aye, a Thor fan club. This pleases Thor very much. I shall speak of myself in the third person from now on.
Yeah, I wasn't really into school all that much. But I hear you, Thor. So anyway, we had this fan club, right? And instead of naming it something like the Vice Lords of Valhalla, we gave it like a modern name, keeping things firmly in the 80s, you know? The Bloods. Ain't that off the wall, man? We follow your teachings to the letter, sir. Especially how you go around smiting fools with that wild, mad hammer of yours and getting people to know exactly what time it is, you hear?
Have you a magic hammer?
Nah, T. We don't have any olden types around here to strap us with superfly hardware like yours, but we do have Mac 10s, Tech 9s, Tray 8s, street sweepers, and all that. Are you still on my vibe, brother?
Aye, I like the sound of this. Methinks I want to join your group. Do you pillage proper?
Hell yeah! We do it like a Viking. You ought to come party with us. We'll even make you an honorary blood. Word.
Indiscriminate pillaging. This is, as we say, the school of old. When I am done with the wench, we shall meet. Till then, beware the frost giant, TJ, and the serpent with two tongues.
Yeah, okay, whatever. Yo, brother, where'd you land that funky, fresh silver helmet of yours? Those wings on the side are wicked, money.
Stop calling me a wench.
I have much to teach you, wench Amy. Only if you would listen. For many centuries, people have asked questions. Why is my fatted calf gone after the gypsy woman appeared? Are there trolls living in my chimney? Aye, sure, I could tell ye the story of the 12 children on a platter, or the midsummer snow, and the spirit hatched from a cock's egg. But in the end, Amy, you need a spirit journey. A wandering spirit demands a wandering body. Take a long boat. Pack only what you can carry. Head toward the moon at high tide.
Okay, thanks for the advice. And with that revelation, I'm going to have to change topics. That was Thor, Viking Warrior. Coming up next, we have another guest. We'll be back right after this.
How do you like to enjoy a Rusty Brown's ring donut?
I like to lick lovingly around the outside and then thrust my tongue in the middle.
I like to munch it vigorously.
I just love the batter all over my face.
On Friday nights, I just can't stop eating Rusty Brown's ring donuts.
Oh my God, it's so good.
Sometimes I like to wear women's panties and walk around 5th Street.
When you go downtown, make sure you enjoy Rusty Brown's ring donuts.
Hi, I'm Jeremy Robar, entrepreneur, VIP, and founder of the revolutionary program, Think Your Way to Success. It's a 3-step program that's been changing lives and my income for the last 2 years. 5 years ago, I was a nobody, just like you. After my Think Your Way to Success program, I spent the entire weekend in my jacuzzi or engaging in the exciting sport of domino toppling. Hey, if you can think it, you can do it. One of my award-winning courses is sure to be perfect for you. The first course I call Think, Hold That Thought, Complete, because that's what you do. Step 2 is known as Learn, Start, Doing, where I explain the mysteries of starting. Or take the new accelerated course that will have you laughing and hugging strangers. Motivate, demonstrate, then motivate again. Just listen to these endorsements, and remember, these people volunteered. They aren't being paid much.
I've been on the Think, Hold That Thought Complete program, and I have to say, I'm finally going to start my career in being a well-paid rich person.
Yeah, I've been thinking my way to success for a while now. It's some good stuff.
Call now and sign up for my Think Your Way to Success program. And if you want to think really fast, try my Crank It Out program. Call 1-866-434-SELF. Hey, don't just do it. Think about it.
Sweaty leather tracksuit? Absurdly fat Dayglow laces? Something missing? Complete the look with a replica car sign insignia on a chunky gold plate chain at Vice City's one-stop shop for people who know how to put the hip into hip-hop.
Wow, you look fresh.
Complete the look.
From the heart of Liberty City, it's the Intelligence Agenda. Here's your host, Michael Riley.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. Great show for you today. Yeah, Brandon Roberts is on the show because I'm sleeping with his publicist. It's true. Now, the whole country is talking about his campaign ads for state governor, where he calls his challenger a pedophile and brings the word harlot back into the modern lexicon. It's John Hunter, ladies and gentlemen. All right. And 11-year-old super genius, Zachary Tyler. Give it up for Zachary. People say, Mike, what is this show about? Well, we're here to laugh, okay? And we're also here to cry because the only thing liberals run in this country is the TV networks. But seriously, it's a show all about keeping fascism at bay in its many forms, even in the changing room. It's a show about the human heart. It's a show in which we laugh at lots of conservatives and call them repressed. We've got everything, really. Thank you. It's a show in which we ponder how America got into such a mess, and we realize we should blame all the people we don't like. And it's a show in which we yet again kneel over the great altar of American hypocrisy and start to suck. Yep, it's time for Intelligent Agenda. First up, he's the star of the film Flower Man and appears in the sitcom Family Interrupted, which is set in a women's clinic. You love him. I love him. The women love him. He's slept with most of you, I imagine. It's Brandon Roberts. Wow, Brandon, you look great.
Hey, thanks. I know. I really do. You know, it's great to be back on whatever show this is. This is great.
Now, if you weren't a man of remarkable integrity, I'd say you had some work done there, Brandon. Nice T-shirt.
Yeah, this T-shirt is part of our campaign. See, we're gonna kill global warming once and for all, right? Yeah, see, we're gonna have a concert, get a lot of people together to really rally, and feel the music and the message. And once you feel that, you'll want to buy the T-shirt and the program, the commemorative DVD we're making, the limited edition MP3 player. And once we join together, all of us join together, global warming will end, man. Global warming will end. I mean, I'm no scientist, okay? But sometimes these scientists, they just make things confusing. It takes actors and musicians to explain important issues, I mean, this is about intelligent people like me making a difference at a ground level.
Wow, that sounds great, Brandon. I don't know if it's just me, but you've been acting in a movie, it seems like, what, every 3 months?
Yeah. And you know what? Being an actor, it's really hard.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you know, I've got to say somebody else's words and then go sit in a trailer. You know, people don't realize the stress of Vinewood relationships. Working long hours for sometimes a week straight. You know, the pressure of getting paid $20 million to read lines written by someone who makes a few $100s, sleeping with a lot of women. It's tough. I mean, I know I'm fortunate, and I'm also humble. I really am. It's complicated. It's difficult to wrap your brain around. It's kind of like one of those Chinese symbols. But, you know, some days I get hand release while doing Tai Chi on the beach, and the next day I wear glasses and talk about suffering. I'm not gay, by the way.
Why don't we just take a call then?
Okay.
Yeah, Brandon. Hey, I'm a big fan of your work, man. How you pretend to be other people and then spend all the rest of your time telling ordinary folk how to live? It really inspires me. I'm a pathological liar.
Yeah. Whenever there's a natural disaster or anything, I try to show up and help make a point with photo ops how the government is really letting people down. You know, I have more money and a bigger soul, and my goal in life is to prove it to everyone. You know, do some opera, drink some pomegranate juice. People don't have enough antioxidants. Worry about the prison industrial complex. Worry about the military industrial complex, the industrial complex, the inferiority complex, obesity, fair trade, gourmet coffee, China. There are a lot of things being an actor has made me an expert on. I understand pain. I understand people's pain. I am pain.
Wow, you are wound up, Brandon. Are you high?
Oh, you bet I am. And you bet I am. I am high on life. And my deity just keeps running out of money and needs a hefty part of my income. Can you get me on the internet? Get me on the internet. People really need to feel my love. I've got a blog, okay? I've got to write this down. I'm not part of a cult or anything, okay? This is a real religion, just like all the other ones, just like all that. So don't be so prejudiced. Hey, Kiflam, right?
Right, okay. Well, let's take another call for Brandon Roberts.
Okay.
Hey, Brandon. I really like doing all those situation comedies, like when you go back to elementary school as an adult and sleep with your mother by mistake. It's funny as shit. But I have to say, I'm tired of all this green shit. These environmentalists haven't done us any favors. It's why all our food comes from China now. China's gonna take us over.
Exactly. See, that's exactly the point I'm trying to make. It's what they don't want you to know. That's why I drive a hybrid SUV to the organic market across town to buy imported organic Norwegian mushrooms that have been flown in, burning tons of pollutants, killing the pollutants so they can't pollute anymore. See, that's what makes me an environmentalist. I understand the science. I know how it works. I got taught it in drama school. See, I only drink bottled water that's shipped from Samoa instead of pumped from a well across town because everything here, it's just so dirty. It's a lot like my new film. There's a chase scene on the Los Santos freeway and a huge monkey, some dinosaurs who are trapped in amber. It's very original. It's a nice, quiet character piece.
Wow, that sounds great, Brandon. Now, let's take a quick break. We're going to be back with more of Brandon Roberts and gubernatorial candidate John Hunter.
PLR reminds you, consumer-driven culture is killing our democracy. Buy yourself a hybrid, a solar panel, and a composting toilet, and set yourself free. This is PLR, Public Liberty Radio.
We return to the Intelligent Agenda.
Okay, we're back on the Intelligent Agenda with me, Mike Riley. Let's bring out our next guest. Brandon, can you hang out for a while?
You got it,
All right,
man.
scooch on over the couch there. All right, next up, he's an actor as well, but has gotten into politics by running for governor of our state. You may have seen the TV commercials for John Hunter where he accuses Michael Graves of all kinds of nasty things. Well, here he is, John Hunter.
Wow, thank you. I mean, that's really wonderful.
Wow, you look great, John.
Thank you, thanks.
How's the campaign going?
Mike, it's just fantastic. We're making a difference by giving the networks millions of dollars to run campaign ads. It's democracy at a grassroots level. Fundraising is going really well. I haven't sold myself out at all. I've learned a lot being an actor, you know, on the set during years of bit parts. I want to bring the reality of TV dramas from the lots of Vinewood to our state.
Wow, look at that. The phones are exploding. Line 3, Sarah.
Hi, Mike. I'm a huge fan and a committed swinger. Maybe you'd like to come to one of our parties. Hi, Brandon. I love that art house film you made when you painted a picture with your junk. John, I'm a concerned parent. How are you going to help me make the world safer for my kids?
Well, Sarah, if you vote for me, things will change.
That's a relief.
There's a lot that I'm doing to help parents. I mean, now you take the internet. What happens when kids can post on the internet, on their own pages?
Oh, like myroom.online.net.
Yeah. I don't understand it. I come from a different generation, when it was okay to carpet bomb first and ask questions later. But people have to understand that the internet is a series of tubes, and strange men want to put their privates in the other side of that tube and right into your child's bedroom. As a conservative liberal, I feel it's my duty to try it. Buy a financial stake in it, and then regulate it. It's a win-win. And the best bit is, we can all feel guilty together.
Wow, let's go back to the phones then. Steve, you're on Intelligent Agenda.
Hi, Mr. Hunter. I really enjoy your campaign commercials. It's the best part of election season. The 18 months of attack ads where you have no clue what's going on, and you learn to hate everyone.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much.
I was hoping you could do something about these air shows. Why do planes have to fly so close together over a crowd of people? Oh boy, there's a jet farting smoke. Big deal. It's polluting the atmosphere. People are actually shocked when these planes crash. Gee, you're doing Mach 2 with your wings an inch apart. Air shows suck ass.
Now, safety is one of the main parts of my campaign. We've had enough of these dividers. We want the whole enchilada to come together as a nation because we all like Mexican food. Now let's stop big government running things for the little guy. I want to make sure everyone has access to opportunities they can afford. It's the American way. It's all in my best-selling campaign book.
Next caller, you're on with John Hunter.
And Brandon Roberts.
Oh, yeah, of course, Brandon Roberts. Hello, Jay.
Yeah, Mr. Hunter, I have a question. What happens when dogs and cats can drive?
Now, that's one of the things we need to focus on in this country. Education. And if I'm elected governor, at least one state will have its priorities straight. Unfortunately, our schools focus on academics, while schools in the South focus on nothing but football and procreating. We need to change the budgets to break the teachers' unions and buy uniforms, balls, and then the books if we can afford them. I learned a lot playing the part of a maverick coach in a TV movie about football.
Maybe what we need is a good old-fashioned peasant mob.
Exactly. Freedom within reasons. Responsible government taking away choices people don't need. Right now, what we have is a war on science. The FDA is denying access to a new drug that causes superfertility. Can you imagine the beauty and joy of God's gift as your home will become a whelping box and your zygotes mutate and quadruple? Mother Nature may have told you not to have children, but Mother Nature can be overruled, just like the current administration.
All righty, next caller. Hi there, Linda.
Yes, hi. I'm a first-time caller and a committed liberal. I say fuck the conservatives. They're all square, and we should burn them. Mr. Hunter, I hope you win this election and do something about the healthcare industry. Like these ultrasounds. They send radio waves to my brain as a child. That's why I killed my mom.
You see, the healthcare industry is failing millions of Americans. We've overregulated the insurance companies so they can't turn a healthy profit. The net result is that millions of hardworking Americans who invested in these companies are losing money. It's a national disgrace.
Next caller.
Yeah, I'm sick of these illegal immigrants. America should be for people like me. We invented freedom.
Now, immigration reform is very important. As I say in my campaign blog, it is not hate. It's patriotism bottled up. It's important that our children see us taking xenophobia seriously. Otherwise, who are they going to learn from?
Speaking of kids, we should take a quick break and get our next guest out here. Get this, he's 11, and he's a super genius. Back after this.
Public Liberty Radio. Free radio. Free of interesting content. Just blather. Boring burnout, blathering between shows. This is PLR. Let's get back to Intelligent Agenda.
And now, back to the Intelligent Agenda.
Okay, we're back on Intelligent Agenda. I'm Mike Riley. I'm sure you've heard about our next guest on the news. He's 11, and he's a genius. He's Zachary Tyler, National Spelling Bee champion a couple of years back, also a grandmaster at chess. He's written the great American novel, and now he's about to solve hunger. Great to have you on the show.
Greetings.
Now, Zachary, you are a great example of liberal parenting. Your parents raised you in a commune.
Yes, it was very disappointing. My parents were weak and feeble people. I don't miss them. I put myself up for adoption after they got divorced.
I play a divorced dad in my new movie. It's got a talking car and a flesh-eating disease that threatens mankind, but I've got great abs in it. It's a real character piece.
Okay, Zach, you've been educated in a public school.
Well, sort of. I learned to despise the common herd in a public school. So then I learned about the world by being homeschooled by a friendly teacher.
I think it's important we give everyone access to homeschooling.
I don't know about that. I think community is very important.
Yeah, I agree. I was really popular at school. It was great training for life, because I'm real popular now.
Okay, now, Zach, tell us about the plan to end hunger.
Well, it's quite simple, really. Almost facile. I looked at hunger as a supply and demand problem. Too many hungry people. Simple. Rather than reducing the number of hungry people, simply reduce the number of people using involuntary euthanasia for the weak and unfortunate and turn them into compost for our crops. It's simple.
You want to kill people to reduce hunger?
Absolutely. It's brilliant.
It's barbaric.
I blame video games. They're teaching our kids to solve hunger by slaughtering the weak. We should only slaughter the weak to win wars and sell guns to unjust governments we keep in power.
I despise the government.
The government's like the paparazzi, you know? They follow you around, and then when you mess up, they are on you, man. They are on you with a zoom lens. But my blog talks all about it. You can go to Brandon...
Okay. Where's the consensus here?
I think we've all reached a consensus, Mike. The group seems to be agreeing that, well, under my plan, you'd be one of the first people we eliminated.
Shut up, you tiny little freak! A nasty little right-wing bully. I bet you've never even gotten laid.
Oh, I have, lots of times. Yeah, mostly by girls. Sometimes with underage chicks. But
You're
there's no
sick,
pictures.
young man.
You're sick. Stop looking at me strangely.
I'm tempted to beat a lesson into you, young man.
I imagine you are, you catamite.
Come here. I'm going to give you the spanking of your life, you little dork. You're going to learn some respect.
No, please.
Come here, you.
No.
Stop wiggling it out so much.
You're a pedo.
What's going on?
Brandon, your movies suck.
Well, you're not even old enough to see them. How do you know they suck? Hey, Mike, how's my six-pack look? Huh? Hey, can we talk about global warming and my T-shirts? See, we make them in India.
No. I think we're done. I think that's all we have time for on Intelligent Agenda.
Ow!
Until next time, stay liberal.
Kiflam, man, Kiflam.
Shut up.
And now, the show that allows everyone to vent their spleen. It's Pacemaker, the program that puts the heart back into the health industry. Here's your host, Ryan McFallon.
It's David and Goliath, but we're all David when it comes to fighting the healthcare industry. And this time, it's not a rock, it's our nuts in a sling. For thousands of years, people have treated themselves when they got sick. The wisdom was handed down from family to family, mother to daughter, father to son, and sometimes while inebriated, father to daughter. But nobody talked about it. Now we have HMOs, co-pays, 1,000 forms to fill out, gastric bypasses, doctors that charge $30,000 to pry open your love cave with a speculum. Today on the show, from Betta Pharmaceuticals, Public Relations Director Sheila Stafford.
Hi, Ryan. Great to be here. I brought you samples of some breakthrough new drugs. You look like you really need them.
Okay, thanks. And representing the largest HMO in the nation, Copay Health System CEO Wilson Taylor Sr.
Ryan, it's a pleasure to be here to talk about taking the healthcare industry from a patient-centric and business-centric aggregated bell curve forward to the health model we're looking at in the 22nd century.
All right. And finally, he's the founder of homeopathic center Down Home Medicine, author and self-healing guru, the Down Home Medicine man himself, Waylon Mason.
What?
Waylon, I'm just saying welcome to the show.
I didn't know.
Okay, let's start with you, Mason. What's wrong with the healthcare industry?
That's just it. You said it. It's an industry. Industry. $1 trillion. $1 trillion rotten deals and broken promises made to you, and dirty needles. For what? I teach people, you know, stuff that only Indians and old people understand. Why are we sitting in a waiting room while some asshole, some limp ass nuts, plays golf and makes $1 million a year to scribble on little pieces of paper nobody can read? That's like they're writing secrets. It's a conspiracy. When we lived in the woods, my father taught me a lot about home medicine. After my mom died during childbirth, he let me burn the body. You can learn a lot from family.
Let's get into the 21st century here. We really need to move beyond this negativity and hostility towards the pharmaceutical industry. We are leading robust, end-to-end, sustainable solutions to healthcare challenges in a viable and yet 100% patient-centric, care-focused, and responsible manner. Life is full of very complex chemical challenges. Beta Pharmaceuticals is there every step of the way. Much more so than a bunch of hillbillies fighting progress and home cremating their mother.
Well, what kind of... What do you... That's like being a corporate slut. Well, you don't know where you are.
Well, really, life is a challenge. And if you could swallow a magic pill every day and not worry about that challenge, wouldn't you? We all would. Some of us are. Take, for instance, our best-selling symptomatic postural tension reliever, Comanex. Life is stressful. Up the dose. And with increased dosage, people will see an inverse reduction in problems. It's science, really.
Life is stressful, and the reason it's stressful is that the consumer is forced to pay pharmaceutical companies like yours exorbitant fees to cover these prescriptions and CEO bonuses. HMOs like mine are trying to save your life, and Little Miss Drug Company here sashays into the doctor's office, flashes her perky bazookas, and the next thing you know, the doctor's prescribing heavy sedatives for every splinter or rash. And who gets to pay for this? The insurance companies, which we are obliged to mark up and pass on to you in denied coverage claims. It breaks my heart.
There's just too many pills, man. It's making our immune systems weak. My mom was a visionary and a helper. You know, and she left me in dirty diapers all day. And now I have a super goddamn immune system. I can lick the floor under a truck stop urinal, and it don't affect me a bit. And sometimes I do, for cash or whatever.
That's the problem. Let's stop blaming the HMOs because you can't see a doctor. Don't blame profits or Nixon because you've got bad coverage. Bottom line, don't blame me because you're a loser. Not my fault, buddy. And the last thing we need on Earth is socialized medicine. Jeesh. Can you imagine the chaos if everyone was able to see a doctor and didn't have to fill out reams of paperwork before they were denied a life-saving surgery because it cost money? It would be anarchy. There'd be lines for bread, and we'd all be speaking Russian or Cuban, and people would die.
People are already dying because of paperwork and lack of coverage and their failure to understand the small print.
Okay, Lennon, I understand. You want to live in a socialist utopia. Fair enough. Well, I don't. I want choices. I want access. I want buzzwords. I want dreams. I want the chance to look you in the eye and say, I've got it. You haven't. I bet you wish you paid more attention in school, you little shit. Then knee you in the nuts. That dream is America. And I tell you what, man, that's a dream hard-working people all over this country want. To see their lazy neighbors die because they didn't go to work and get a job and have health care. Time to remove the teat and say, dinner's over, baby. Go buy your own pair of tits. There's a great word, a German word, a powerful word. And that word is Schadenfreude. And that word
He's making up words to an argument.
No, that's Hear me out here. Hear me out. Schadenfreude is steigen. The word is Schadenfreude, and that word means, fuck you, loser. Fuck you. It's the American dream. Yes, I want to cuddle. I want to cuddle your wife. Well, you're going bankrupt, chump, and that means you, Lefty.
Okay, look, this is getting out of hand. Can we get back on the topic, please?
Oh, you can have my wife. I don't care.
Thank you so much. I came here to talk about how our company, Beta Pharmaceuticals, has pioneered revolutions in pediatric care. It's a pill called ampheterate that keeps kids quiet for hours. It's yellow. That means it makes you happy. Like in our animated commercials when frowns turn to smiles. It's also good if you ever feel self-conscious or awkward or awake.
Oh, great, because I wanted to sleep till I finally died.
Okay, but Mason, I thought you were all about homeopathic care. You know, natural solutions to people's problems.
You really talk like that? Hey, you know what, man? Don't stress me out. I am the homeo and the pathic together. You need to take a daily examination, a really thorough inspection of your bowel movements. Get a fork, go through it, sift around, excavate. It's really fascinating. Nothing more fascinating. People come to me and they say, I don't feel so good. I tell them, well, save your eliminations for a week and bring them in a box. I can tell you what's wrong in a second. Now, this pharmaceutical lady is really nice with her little bubble tits and would make a fine receptacle for my DNA juice. And that's the only reason people listen to her. But listen, you don't need a pill for everything and barely for anything.
Okay, Mason brings up a good point. This brings us to the topic of pre-existing conditions. Should you be denied insurance if you have one?
Absolutely! As an HMO, we want people to be healthy. Don't go to the doctor, don't get sick, pay your premiums on time, and everyone's happy. Why would we want to sign up sick people? If we were a sports team and we signed up sick players, people would be furious.
Our company has some fantastic athletic enhancement compounds in the works. One will double both your RBIs and your girth.
This blame the HMOs mentality isn't rational. If you're sick, why don't you harass someone who can do something about it, like God, instead of calling and harassing our call center workers? Health, Ryan. My wife and I have a 6-bedroom villa on the ocean in the Caribbean that we bring other couples to for healthy adventures. It's really all about health.
Some whales are into gay sex.
Exactly.
Look at how they swim.
Thank you. Life makes no sense when fish are gay. Back to pre-existing conditions. If your hip hurts, you should probably kill yourself. It's all over if you fall down and break a hip. Don't burden society or my bonus because you fell down. We mustn't become a nation of hypochondriacs. Just because you have insurance, why use it? Why should we pay just because we said we would?
Because you said you would.
What do you matter anyway? As a nation, we have to move forward, and we are obsessing about our healthcare system. I mean, come on! America fucking rules. We've got to conquer space and fight the war on terror, and you people are worrying about a stiff hip? Please, die.
Hey, did you know on the space station they have to drink their own piss?
Goodness gracious.
I can't understand.
Come on, what is wrong with that? That's an interesting thing to say. I'm talking about interesting. All you people want to talk about is money and co-payments and stuff. And I just talked about swilling piss.
Disgusting.
Steaming piss. Well, what is wrong with you people, man? No wonder you get sick. So pent up. You all need a good enema, or you might explode. That's another thing we haven't talked about. Ryan, we ain't talked about it. Euthanasia. Why are they all prostitutes? Why is everyone staring at me?
I'm going to bring this back to topic. Speaking of foreign countries, we really need to step up the war on drugs in this country.
Now, that's a good point. What do you mean by that?
Well, I'm talking about these criminals. These geezer criminals who smuggle drugs over the border so people can get them at a cheap rate and not pay a fair market price that we control. Hard medication, my ass.
Well, Sheila, a lot of people can't afford your drugs through the conventional channels, and they're forced to buy them on the black market.
Well, boo-hoo!
Boo-hoo!
Save your money. Stop buying silly things like lottery tickets, pickup trucks, or food. We have pills that can save your life, and you're whining about the cost? It makes me want to throw up. People have to take responsibility. I mean, just the other day, this woman began to freak out in front of me and clutch her chest. So I did the responsible thing. I walked away. Yes, I work in the health industry. Yes, I had a purse full of life-saving heart drug samples, but I did not know if this woman had insurance. I did not know if she was going to sue me. So I did the responsible thing, and I left it to the professionals.
Wow. Did you even call 911?
I left that to the professionals as well.
Well, what happened to this poor woman?
Well, she died. Full lesson. First off, you wouldn't be having a heart attack in the street if you had gone to the doctor the day before and requested a prescription for a pill you saw on a TV commercial but don't know what it does. What it does is irrelevant. Ask your doctor for it.
My mother had a great home remedy. Home from the home for heart problems. A few ordinary household items. You'll find them under the sink. Mixed together, drink, problems solved. No bureaucracy. It's like my dad. I remember him telling me, son, diabetes is a lie. And he was in great shape because he hopped around on one leg a lot. Lemons to lemonade.
Okay, I understand what you're saying. Now, but some people say, and when I say some people, I mean our producers, some people say, why are HMOs making record profits while our economy is in recession? And why are the people paying more for health care than any other country?
What do you want us to do? Go out of business? Listen, it's easy. Invest. Then when our share prices go up because of the, listen to this bit, responsible way, yes, responsible way we have run our business, including sensible maintaining of lots of friends on Capitol Hill, you'll see the upside. And you want to complain because we're doing so well? What's your problem? You're still alive to moan and groan about how horrible our healthcare is.
Exactly. Pharmaceutical company profits aren't the problem. They're the solution. We need that money to fly doctors to golf retreats in the Caribbean.
Oh, man.
We are literally saving communities out there. In the old days, it was all about fishing and smoking pot, but now it's all about golf courses and other cultural things like that. All because of the money that has moved into healthcare. Do you know how much a lab monkey costs? And you end up stoning them to the tits on exciting new breakthroughs in medical science so much that they drop like flies left and right from the sheer joy. Progress ain't cheap, and you worry about costs?
Leeches cure erectile dysfunction. I use them all the time.
Okay, another good point by Mr. Mason, but let's get to our next topic. Should we go natural in our healthcare?
Definitely. And we're happy to cover everything as long as you reach your $10,000 deductible. Isn't that great? We cover all the expenses after you've spent $10,000. We are saving you money.
Sorry. I guess your pills ain't working, lady. Well, you know, let me tell you, the fact is, and it's a fact, drugs are killing us, man.
You people are heading towards the dark ages. Up until the 1950s, this country was sick, diseased with worry. We helped usher in change with drugs perfect for an America coping with anxiety due to the civil rights movement. You guys want to take us back to home medicine? Please, you will kill people with your nonsense. The fact is, the only thing that makes people better is drugs. Not hokum pokum, not shitting in a bag and sleeping with my dad. Narcotics are what matters. Drugs, they work. Trust me, I've been on them for years.
What works?
Drugs are hokum pokum. That's hokum pokum. I'm telling you the truth.
No one knows what officially is hokum pokum, and that's a fact. What works is a fully integrated spreadsheet pyramid with diagnostics at the center and patient recovery being at the top, which it always is with us here at Copay Insurance.
What matters is holistics and getting well from psilocybin colonics.
Does he have like a translator or something? Because I understand every fifth word he's saying.
He's talking about holistics.
Oh. Holistics, man. Drilling holes. It's an ancient form of medicine. If you had a headache, people run over to you and start drilling a hole in your head. If you had a heartburn, they drill a hole in your heart. If you practiced witchcraft, they drown you or burn you just to check. It worked for centuries.
He's talking more to himself.
Rabbit, talk about, oh, I want to make this much this year off a person who can't breathe right. Oh, I want to make that much off this doctor who is ignoring the world.
Okay, thank you, man.
Playing golf.
You are giving me a headache.
Good. I can cure that. Come here.
What are you doing, Mr. Mason?
Come here. I'm getting...
Oh, hey.
No.
Smelly creep.
No, this won't hurt a bit. My dad showed me. Come here.
Okay, come on, Mr. Mason.
No, the drill fits clean,
Let's
damn
put
it.
down the drill. Let's think about Reiki or something.
What the hell are you talking about?
Please stop.
Oh, you calm the fuck down or the pitch bitch gets it.
Please.
That's enough,
I'm
Mr.
a good
Mason.
person.
You ain't no good person. You ain't even a person, man.
I got some free samples.
Yeah, that's all you are is a vending machine of samples.
Just don't trepanate me, please. I'll pay you.
Man, you think I want your goddamn blood money? I'm gonna free mankind of drugs that cost money.
No.
Or that you can't grow or find on shit.
No!
Okay.
No, listen to what I'm
calm
saying.
down. I think you've had enough.
It's you're the insurance guy. One of you gets drilled. I ain't taking no for an answer.
Please leave me out of this. She's the one with the headache. I respect alternative therapies. They give false hope.
Are you kidding? I'm gonna drill the smugness right out of your third eye.
Impossible.
Drill him. He's let kids die. He refused a little girl a liver transplant.
Oh, right, you're the one. You're the one.
Risky to save. Nonsense. She was too risky to save. Risky for third quarter
Too
earnings.
risky to save.
Drill her. She kept AIDS drugs out of the hands of poor people so that her CEO could buy a plane.
No, that's a lie.
I'm
No,
gonna
It was a boat, not a plane.
It's planes, boats, corporations, neckties. I'm drilling you so the stark smoke comes floating out of your skull, and the demons that been controlling your life comes out of your skull. You think I'm messing around?
I know you're not messing around. I tell you what, Mr. Mason, just drill them both, please. But just hurry up, because that's about all the time we have for folks this week on the pacemaker.
Don't drill them.
No, that's enough.
That's a geyser! A geyser of blood! Yeah, geyser, more blood!
And now for the seance.
Hello, my name's Beatrix Fontaine from Hungary. In a past life we were lovers, but then you already knew that, yes? Welcome to this seance. Believe, it's real. Everything you know is a lie, and the things you don't know are all true. Confused? Confusion is the same thing as knowledge, if you look at it backwards. This is the space-time continuum. I want you to be honest with yourself, just yourself and me. Was there ever a time you really wanted something and it didn't work out quite as you imagined? Or have you ever been in a relationship or professional situation that did not work out perfectly? Or possibly a feeling in your stomach that something is about to go wrong, and then it does. I know what you're wondering. How does she know all these things about me? Well, the fact is, I have gift. A gift I learned roaming the streets of Eastern Europe, having lots of kids, and earning money by dancing and playing the violin. You see, I can divine the magical powers of the stars and numbers like pi, read the wind and the tides to tell the future. I know skeptics scoff, but that is why they live such shallow and loveless lives and often end up dying. Whereas I'm immortal, more or less. Don't let science blind you with stem cells. There is a sixth sense and a third eye, cells you don't even know about, and I have both. Let's go to the spirit line. 212-360-2367. Hello?
Hey, Beatrix, I listened to your show on the old station before you got thrown off. I am so glad you're back. I wanted to ask you about my boyfriend.
Don't tell me. I can feel a very powerful force. Even before you spoke, I knew you were a woman with relationship troubles. Is your boyfriend the source of the trouble?
Well, he,
Don't tell me, don't tell me. I'm hearing things from the spirit world. You're too loud. No, there it goes. It's going really quiet. What's your name, dearie? Don't tell me. It's a girl's name. It begins with a letter... It's not Rosa, is it?
No, it's Martina.
I knew it was not Rosa. This was the name of the peasant woman who stole my first child. Close, Martina. That was my next guess. The spirits were telling me both. No, wait. Martina. In a past life, you were called Rosa. That's where that was coming from. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. You led a powerful army. You were a great woman. I see breastplates of gold shining as you march into battle. That's amazing.
Really?
Absolutely. You saved a civilization and were worshipped as a god. There are statues of you in Tasmania, covered in pigeon shit. There is a man with bad teeth and dirty hair who has just urinated on you. I think you always sort of knew this. No, wait. The spirit world is fading. I'm going to hazard a guess. Your great-great-grandmother is dead.
Yes? How did you know?
I am just the mouthpiece, dearie. The spirits speak through me. She's telling me something about diamonds and true love.
Oh, that's great! Oh my gosh, I'm gonna marry a really rich guy! He's gonna wear lots of diamonds! You're kidding me! A rapper? Well, that's great.
No, it's going faint.
What? No!
Have you got another credit card? The spirit world is telling me your first card bounced.
No, please, just tell me about true love and the guy with the diamonds. Is it Tony McTony?
I'd love to, dearie, but spirit dollars are devalued these days due to the war on terror. Besides, immortal worlds need to earn some paper.
Okay, it's Lisa. 4135-9808-5665-1234. Expiration date 1108.
Great. We'll keep that very secure. Yes. The ghost world is telling me that's approved for up to $500. Now, $500 sounds like a lot of money, but apparently this true love guy has a lot of diamonds. I doubt 500 means a lot to him, or to you, once you meet him and fall in love.
No. It doesn't mean anything. Spend a lot. Go for it. How do I meet him?
Wait, I'm getting something. You will meet him online. You should join an online dating service. Sleep with many men. Therein lies your prince.
That's great. But what about my current boyfriend?
He's not for you. His name? Albert?
No, it's Richard.
Yes, you're right. Thank you. He had a brother called Albert. A brother he doesn't know about. This explains why his life will be marred by failure.
Oh, God, that's horrible. How can you tell?
That's all we've got time for, dearie.
What? No.
You're out of good luck. Enjoy the diamonds. Remember, please call. If you want to get on the seance, have a credit card handy. You can be happy. You will be. It's so close. A transaction away. 212-360-2367. Who's on the line? Hello, dearie. This is the seance. But then, we already knew it.
Yeah, hi. I'm having trouble at work.
I knew that. You're not a gondolier, are you?
No.
I knew that. I had a hunch. It was like a ghostly force telling me this man living in Liberty City does not propel a gondola for a living. Am I right?
Yeah, Beatrix.
It's not me, dearie. It's the gift. It was given to me as an STD at a pool hall in Bulgaria, and I've been rail thin and hallucinating ever since. But I am now just in the passageway between one world and the next, yelling answers back and forth. Do you understand? Probably not. Some of you will hear good news. Some of you will hear bad news. All of you will hear the truth.
So the guys at work think it's ridiculous because I listen to your show. We'll be installing sheetrock and they'll be like, turn that dingy bitch off.
The guys. There's 3 of them, isn't there?
No, there's about 11 of them.
I knew it. To ancient Egyptians, the number 3 was the number 11. In the same way as the French word for spirit also means avocado. Did you know that?
No, I don't quite understand. I really have never been to Egypt or France.
Please, don't bring science into it. Doubters doubt everything. Personally, I'd rather know. Which would you rather be, Bob? It is Bob, isn't it?
No, it's Michael.
Exactly. That was a trick question. You were named after Saint Michael.
No, I was named after my uncle who died. Uncle Mike.
I'm talking to him right now, Michael. He's visiting from the spirit world. He was a saint. He's telling me he's very proud of you. He's saying you're a great and powerful man, only you don't know it yet. He's saying the struggles you are going through at work are exactly the same struggles he went through when fighting the Moors.
Uncle Mike fought the Moors? I thought he was in construction. He was a bit racist.
He was, you're right. But before he was in construction, he fought the Moors on horseback.
Wow, he rode a horse? But I thought Uncle Mike died of a heart attack real young because he was real fat.
That's what you were told, Michael, to protect you from the truth. He and your mother loved each other very much. And you are the result of a very unique family union and bond that people don't talk about. Wait, your uncle is telling me something. Wait. He's telling me you're the chosen one.
Oh, wow.
Yes, and he's telling me you've got a great quest. Only he doesn't know what it is yet. He's telling me you should call my premium rate number every day until we can find out what it is. He's telling me it's very important you do this every day. Will you do that, Michael?
Well...
Michael, it's very important. He's telling me the future of the world depends on it.
Wow! This is incredible!
I'm just the vehicle. The cosmic bus. Like the buses on the dirty roads of Bulgaria, where you can lay in the road and brain tourists. It's your life, Michael. Live it. If you take one thing away, take that. It's important. Wait. The spirit gate has closed. Please call the line. Don't let your future happen without knowing about it first, or it may just become your past. Think about that. This is the seance.
Wow. It feels like Sunday morning all the time on Public Liberty Radio. Public radio that sips overpriced coffee and cries for the world. All the way to the left side of your radio dial. It's PLR. Public Liberty Radio.
Okay, you are back. You have joined. Turn out the lights. Get to your quiet place. Then call. Join the seance.
Hi, my name is Candy.
I knew that, dearie. I was told. We made love in Mauritania once. I was a swan. Let me guess. Of course, it's not real guess. It's forces beyond our comprehension speaking through me. But let me guess. You're a Virgo this time, right?
No, a Gemini.
That's what they told you. I know. But you had Virgo rising.
No, actually, I think I had Libra rising.
I know, but I'm not looking at simplistic, superficial astrology. Anyone can do that. I'm looking deeper into the cosmos, behind Libra, tucked away next to the neutron star. To the left of Virgo, too, was the Virgin. It was also rising, and it is this conflict between the scales, the twins, and the dreaded Virgin and the tax collector. It is this conflict that is tearing you apart. This is why sometimes you feel deep melancholy and heart-piercing grief, and why you seek solace in strangers, right? I bet you did not know that.
No, I thought it was because I had a troubled childhood.
Of course you did. Your parents did not understand you. How could they, Candy?
They tried, but I was...
They were aliens. And you're an alien hunter who had her memory wiped, and you keep having a dream where an alien fetus crawls out of your stomach and poops. Only you can't remember it. That's the whole point. I'm speaking to the cosmos right now. Hello? Hello? It is telling me everything is going to be okay. As long as you buy and read my book very carefully. Will you do that?
Sure.
But wait. Nothing. Rather than waste decades into training and meditating to speak to the other side, you can now take a shortcut right out of your online bank account. Hold on. It's telling me something. It's telling your luck will change if you spread knowledge. Buy 20 copies of my book. It's a clear message I'm getting from the depths of a different dimension. Will you do that? I'm sorry. We must have a bad connection. Interference with the spirit world happens. Are you ready to descend into the realms of Hades? I was there this morning. I have studied everything. Greece, Cyprus, Lipari, ancient religions, chaotic pasts, sex magic where you strangle the person afterwards. Fantastic! It answers really important questions. The number is 212-360-2367. Hello, line 4. You have 5 minutes. The meter is running.
Yeah, Beatrix Fontaine, tell me why I should have to pay for advice. It's insulting. If you've got a gift, you should share it for free.
My. You've become quite a little firebrand since running that tavern in Krakow 500 years ago.
Really? Wait, tell me.
Yes, you're in the tavern. It is in Krakow. Yes, I am seeing it happen. You're wiping the bar with a rag and... Do you remember a fat man?
I don't know.
You and the fat man are having an argument in the tavern. Oh no! A woman leaves quickly, shouting. I'm seeing it very vividly as if it were happening right in front of me. He's screaming. You're screaming. I hate you. I hate you. It's in Polish, but the spirit world has translated it for me. Have you ever hated someone?
Yeah.
I knew this like the hand of my back. You have loved someone you hated. You have conflicting feelings. Oh no. You are holding the man in a headlock. You are enraged.
Fucking A! Am I gonna kill him?
You are about to smash his head on the bar.
Awesome! What next?
Now you are holding his head in your hands. Now you are kissing him.
What?
Yes, you are kissing him with the tongue now. He is grabbing your long hair, shoving his tongue deep inside your mouth, You are really enjoying this. The passion is exploding. Your hand is reaching for his groin.
Oh, God! No way! No fucking way!
The abyss does not lie. Now he has his hand down your trousers. You are very engorged. You have done this before. You know it is wrong, but you cannot help yourself.
Oh my God, no!
Oh, yes. You are about to take it from the big man now. Ugh. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. I must turn the spirit world off. You have a girlfriend?
Yes. Yes, I do. Oh, shit! This is awful!
This, of course, I know. I ask the questions to eat up time. Listen, you will break up with her tonight. Tell her about the fat man and the tavern and the passion and his enormous hog 500 years ago. Tell her all of this is true. And if she no believe, tell her to call Beatrix Fontaine. Your time is up. The cosmic wind has blown you back into the moat where you swim in sewage of the time stream, yes? The mouth is a graveyard for many animals, and their spirits sometimes want to talk. But if you want to talk, you need a credit card to talk. Hello, Darlene.
Wow! You know my name!
Of course, dearie. I have a connection. I dial up, authenticate with the spirit world, and spirit dollars go into the account. Then they go to an offshore spirit world where it's always warm. Wait, I am seeing two eyes. You had a teddy bear or a doll or a toy or something when you were younger? It meant a lot to you, yes?
No, yes, a teddy bear. I quite liked it.
You carried this teddy bear around to show people where the bad woman touched you.
I don't think so.
No, you don't think so because you are living a terrible lie. Even you do not know. This is because you are a man. You are a man, and inside your spirit is very upset that you were circumcised. And you have been trying to go back to that day.
This is absurd. I'm not a man. I have breasts.
You are self-conscious about these breasts?
Well, yeah.
You see, you now see because I see. This is not absurd. It is absurd because it has not happened yet. Is tomorrow absurd? Do not scoff at the future. It will be your past today, not tomorrow. You will be a man. I want you to enter an altered state tonight, and all will begin to come into focus. Go to a biker bar, take some ecstasy, and all will become clear. Do not doubt me. I am licensed.
But I wanted to ask about my baby and the...
Ah, I'm sorry. The spirit world is growing dark. Whether you are a child of the night or running in a nocturnal circle, or even if men are around you in a circle right now, remember, I can read minds. I know you want to call me. The price is irrelevant. What is the price of knowing the future? Of understanding the past? Priceless. Sometimes telling your fortune will cost a fortune. This is Beatrix Fontaine, gifted mystic with a special gift. Blessings to you. See you in the spirit world or online at beatrixfontaine.com. Bye-bye.
WKTT, because democracy is worth suppressing rights for.
WKTT 1066.
Celebrities are what matters in America, and we watch their every move. It's time for Fizz.
It's Fizz time, everybody! The celebrity show that puts the lobotomy back on the cultural agenda. I'm Jane Labrador, and I'm joined as ever by Marcel Lemieux and Jeffron James. And boy, have we got a freshly stuffed show for you today.
That's right. Lie on your stomach and bite your pillow, America. Let's find out what's happening in this crazy world of unceasing celebrity banality.
Let's get down and dirty. Dragon Brain, the movie billed as more CGI, less story, is sending America dragon crazy.
Now, here is a movie only fat trolls from the suburbs could enjoy. A bunch of pale, inbred, religious wackos running around in leather clothing, hitting each other with pointy sticks.
What are you talking about? It's fantastic. tunic. I can't wait till it comes out in high def so you can see every tear in his tunic as the orcs try to mate with Lord Absentinos.
We wanted to speak to the star of the show, Clive Letter, but unfortunately, his publicist says his penchant for DWIs has him very busy pretending to console the family of the father he killed. Instead, we've got Dragon Brain child star Christopher Tibbets, who played William of Mamory in the film. Here's a piece.
Lord Absentinos! I've never even touched a girl's bottom! Your sword is enormous!
That's powerful stuff!
Thanks, I really learned a lot while doing this film. I learned how to be a self-absorbed and materialistic prick, and the director taught me how to roll a joint.
Christopher, your life must be really exciting right now. Just starting to figure out if you like girls or boys.
Oh, it is. I've got a bunch of new Vinewood friends, and I get to wear sunglasses indoors. Plus, I've started doing coke.
What is your favorite memory from the set of Dragon Brain?
Oh, it was great. Between takes, Armin McBardvine, who played the wizard, he'd take me back to his trailer. He performed spells on his trousers and made them grow.
He is so cute. I could just eat him up.
Yeah, eat him up, because there's nothing more appetizing than a tween with a drug problem and a massive ego. What a dick.
Also, we spoke with Magellan. Now, you may remember Magellan from the 80s. His European synth rock was very popular for a while, and now he's planning a comeback.
Good to see you, Magellan. I used to love your records.
Why, of course you did. You're only a human being.
And now you're making a comeback.
Yeah, Magellan wants to set the record straight. It is time for everyone to accept the facts. Magellan has had an enormous influence on the music world. Before me, the records, they didn't spin.
Really?
Yeah, that is super, that is true. Magellan is force of nature. Like death, I invent the wave of rock. That is why I have lace glove.
Meanwhile, in comedy news, our reporter Susan Retriever spent this morning getting tested for herpes. So instead, we all had an incredibly exciting conversation with top comedian Ricky Gervais, who was performing at Split Size to rave reviews.
Hey, Ricky, I got a serious question. How come people from England never laugh?
There's not many people go around in England just laughing because they enjoy it, because then they'd be mental. I mean, you see some people on the street just walking around laughing at nothing, but they also piss in their pants and punch pregnant women in the face. So
I saw a movie about England once.
What was the movie?
I don't know, but one man wore a leather hood and the other one cried a lot.
Great. Well, at least you remember where you saw it. Good.
You do jokes about fat people. Some fat people were going to protest your show.
A lot of them didn't make it. A lot of them sort of stopped halfway and took their breath. And then some turned up with placards, but the placards looked tasty, so they were eaten.
You mentioned in your act that while you're here, you've seen lots of commercials for the Relax Power X motorized scooter.
Yeah, well, that shows a lot of ingenuity where they've, as opposed to trying to find ways to lose weight, they've found ways to cut walking out. But I'd suggest, on a motorised sort of bike ride, you've still got to do something. So what you want to do is get the pavement moving, so you can just literally fall out of bed, flat on your face, and the pavement can move you to the pizza shop, and he could liquidize that. Obviously, if you really want to rule out any movement chewing, he could actually inject it straight up your anus.
You've said some nasty things about our best friends, the paparazzi. If they don't stop people like you, we wouldn't have a job.
Well, the paparazzi are doing a job, aren't they? They like to hide in trees and bushes and take photographs up famous people's dresses. And I'm not going to judge anyone. And if, most people were to hide in a tree taking pictures of topless women on the beach, they'd be arrested. But if you go, no, it's all right, it's for a newspaper, it's my job, they go, oh, go on then, smile on all the women you like, you're not a pervert, you're working for a newspaper.
What shows do you like on American TV?
I like America's Next Top Hooker. That's good. I like Serrated Edge.
That's just a show selling knives.
Yeah, they're all different, aren't they? You can't have too many knives.
What do you think about the tragic DWI arrest of Chloe Parker?
She's gone through enough, hasn't she? She's going to jail now. She's had a hard life. She's suffered like Mandela. And now it's time for us to try and get her out and make her a leader.
What a great interview. I just love British men. That's all we have time for.
a celeb shows their crack?
Or smokes it? You'll find out first on Kids.
It's WKTT. Because the battle for America begins here. WKTT 1066. We know the truth.
Justice is a game. Just like the game of chicken, you've got to go full steam ahead and hope the other person runs out of energy or money first. It takes money to play the game right and get out on top.
In this court, it's a world where good deeds go undone. Morality is severely punished, and random luck can destroy your life. I'm Judge Grady, and this is Just or Unjust.
The excitement of a court show.
You kicked me in the stomach, Your Honor!
The injustice of an American courtroom.
I think the wetlands are overprotected anyway. I fine you $1 million for wasting the court's time, you afternet scum.
The tension of a desperate network television show.
I don't care what your definition of sodomize is. I'm gonna show you mine.
All packed together with the incredible excitement of a game show.
Do you love money? Do you? Do you?
Yes.
Well then, unbutton that blouse.
This is Just or Unjust. Real plaintiffs and defendants in a radio court of law.
Okay, let's get on with this. Welcome to my courtroom. I'm Judge Grady. Let's get some justice. Right. Today, we've got Williams-Jones against Williams-Jones. Case number 453. Let's get going. I've already read your opening statements.
Judge Grady, my name is Lori Williams-Jones. I've been married to my husband, Chuck, for 2 years, and all he does is play that wizard online game, Loot and Wank. He plays until 2 in the morning sometimes. When he comes to bed, he's all grabbing my ass and treating me like a troll, screaming, 2 damage, 2 damage. Check that ass in the air, troll. I'm about to get aggro. Can you help me, Judge? I love my husband, but I'm not an avatar.
Look, you are an avatar. Let's get that straight. We all are. And the sooner people understand that, the better. The reason that your husband is in there looting and wanking and slinging his wizard junk around is because you got fat and stopped being sexy. I wouldn't even bang you. And I've done a lot of trolls in my time. Look at yourself, girl. Do something positive for yourself. Get some plastic surgery. Chuck, what have you got to say for yourself?
My name is Chuck Williams-Jones. I think my wife is possessed by Satan. She doesn't refill the ice tray, she hates my parents, she stopped giving me head. She spends all my money and thinks she's doing me a massive fucking favor sending out Christmas cards. I mean, come on! Give me a break. They just raised postage again. Ain't nobody giving a shit about a Christmas card. Even the one with a picture of your fucking dog. I don't need to see a picture of your fucking dog in a Santa hat. God damn you! Can you help my wife see what's up?
Interesting. And the court notices that you have a hyphenated last name. Williams-Jones. Was that her idea?
Yes, it was, Your Honor. I was born Chuck Williams. I went along with it because that's only fair, you know? I mean, I totally understand that comes from a time when women were considered property. Women are defective and misbegotten, but I don't own her. I would like to own a human being someday. I mean, like, you know, I could have me a young, nubile Filipino boy, and we could sit in my tropical hut and play games and decide who does what by playing hands-free, catch the corner.
What? Look what's happened to you. Why you gotta hyphenate? Why you gonna be half a man? She took away your manhood, she emasculated you good and proper. You got some bitch's name on half your shit. Do you pee sitting down? Do you pee sitting down?
Well, we're equal partners, and it's not fair that she has to take the toilet up, so I don't really mind.
Equal partners? You gonna give a man a woman's last name? I'm surprised you haven't started growing tits. For the love of all that is holy in the world!
You know the deal, Judge. I have to agree or I'll never get laid again.
We have an equal household, Your Honor. Equal. Equality. He wears tampons whenever I do so that we may both experience the same burden when I'm on my flow.
Equality? Give me back that vote, woman. Let me guess who's at work busting his ass all day. Let me guess who makes the most money. I know. It's Chuck. It's the man. You know who has made the most money throughout history? The man. Who have been the great leaders? Men. Maybe you had Cleopatra, but Egyptians live in triangles, tetrahedrons and shit. A triangle is not manly. Who fought the best wars? Men. Who make the best murderers? Men. Who invented the plague? Men. We done it all, bitch. We run this show, and I don't give a fuck who knows it. So what if he wants to come home and spend time online with his guild and pleasure elves, running around with his orky friends? Let it.
Well, family and our children are the most important. Our children depend on us. We should be protecting and coddling our children, never letting them out of our sight, keeping electronic tabs on them at all times, making them paranoid and neurotic. It's our duty. Children are our future.
The future? Where's your jetpack, boy?
I don't have one, Your Honor.
That's right, because technology is a lie sent by liberals to kill us. Apart from weapons technology, which we use to kill other people, there is no future. And you, woman, you disgust me with your liberal ideas. You ever had a three-way?
No, Your Honor, I haven't. That's revolting.
No, it is not. What's disgusting is the way you get yourself a dog and the dog hits puberty and suddenly you realize the dog's undercarriage is really big. Or when you watch a nature show and see two elephants mating. Or when you vomit a bit in your mouth and have to swallow it.
This is insulting. This is a court of law. All you've given me is a lot of dog penis and woman hating. What is wrong with you, Judge Grady?
I'm a judge. What exactly did you expect? This isn't a courtroom, it's a studio. And I'm here not to only administer justice, but also get ratings. Listen to me, I'm a judge. I'm wearing a black dress, aren't I? Do you have any idea what I'm doing up under this bench while I'm looking down at you? Ooh, I'm gonna have to retire to my quarters and think about this.
While Judge Grady's back in his chambers making his decision, let's talk to a few people in the courtroom audience. Madam, what do you think? Who's in the right here?
I can really empathize with Lori. Guys only care about women in revealing medieval clothing who take it up the back door.
And what about you, sir?
I really like the part where they talk about elephants doing it.
We'll be back after this on Just or Unjust.
WKTT 1066. Because the liberal media wants to give your country to an illegal immigrant. WKTT. We know the truth.
Just or Unjust. We're back on Just or Unjust. Judge Grady is coming back into the courtroom with his decision.
Okay, all rise. Please be seated. I thought about this for a while, and I've come to a decision. Will you both please approach the bench? Okay, Chuck, face Lori. Now, Chuck, raise your hand. Repeat after me. I love you, baby.
I love you, baby.
And I will always remember.
And I will always remember.
How good this felt.
How good this felt.
Now smack that bitch.
Ow! What the fuck?
All right, that was just for my own pleasure. I just love domestic violence. Okay, time for Just or Unjust. Courtroom audience names the game. The defendant and the plaintiff have to play it. How should we decide this case?
Fist fight! Three-way!
Clarity! Duel! 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 Wow! Seems pretty unanimous. That's my kind of jury. We're gonna have to go with duel or no duel. Solving things the American way. Here are your pistols. Winner gets $1,000 and a flight ticket.
No!
I've had enough of you, stupid whore.
I can do it!
Chuck, you're supposed to wait until I give you the signal. We got time to fill. We don't go to commercial for 3 minutes. Don't you watch TV, son? Now I got a dead plaintiff on my courtroom floor. I'm gonna sentence you to 30 days while you think about what you did to my ratings.
Let's see what our studio audience thinks. Madam, was that justice?
I don't know. They came here with a minor domestic dispute about him playing too many computer games. Then, under Judge Grady's incredible jurisdiction, he ended up shooting her in the back. Yes, I'd say that was justice.
Great! Join us for the next episode of Just or Unjust. Remember, it ain't justice till I say so. And today, we saw real justice practiced by real people in a real court of law. So if you go breaking the law, remember, the justice entertainment system may be watching. Just or Unjust!
See you next time on Just or Unjust.
WKTT 1066. Because the liberal media wants to give your country to an illegal immigrant. WKTT. We know the truth.
Conservatives finally have a real voice
voice on the radio. It's the Richard Bastion Show.
This country's going to hell. Ever since we let those damn Australians back in this country, everything has gone to shit. What the hell did we go to war with them for in the first place?
I'll tell you why. We did it for freedom and for valuable munitions contracts.
They're sick, degenerate folks known as furries that dress up in their cute little bunny suits with holes cut in them for their penises to stick out, and they pound each other's hinds, making weird-ass animal noises.
Yeah, but do you hear what public television has brought to America? Do you hear what's happened to the children? Hiney pounding.
Saving America from itself. It's the Richard Bastion Show.
All right, America, we're back. We're back here. Bastion's buddies salute. At ease. Today on the show, we're going to talk about why America is number one. Okay, without further ado, let's do what this show is all about and hit the phone lines. You're the people that make the show. All I do is make the money and spend it on facefuls of pharmaceuticals until I go deaf. Hello, caller.
I just wanted to call in and say that I absolutely love the show.
Well, I absolutely love that you think that, okay? Now you want to talk about what makes America number one, huh?
We have a completely incompetent buffoon for a leader. We drive outrageously large, gas-guzzling Maibatsu monstrosities.
I know. Isn't it? It's fantastic, isn't it? What we've been given from our forefathers is the freedom from thought. That, for my money, is real freedom. Knowing you're always right. That's real freedom. It's like life is a party that's never gonna end, and you're not hosting that party. You're just there so you can go take a dump on the coats. You can leave your beer bottle in the toilet if you want. It doesn't matter. It's not your house. Okay, we're just here to have a good time. Now this is unless we make a serious mistake in the election. Think about it. You can't expect someone with no backbone to police the world. And that's what these liberals don't seem to understand. It's very clear. Drinking is a sin. Laying is a sin. Fisting, that's a mortal sin. And the trannies, well, don't even get me started on the trannies. It's science run amok, okay? It's very confusing. I'm looking at a woman, I'm talking to a woman, I see the woman's penis, now I'm confused. I don't know what's going on. The government is turning into a confused transgender prostitute. I mean, it really is. They don't know who to serve. You feel terrible afterwards. You have an overwhelming feeling that everything in your life is horribly wrong. Yes, it feels good while you're doing it. Yes, you're making her feel good, but still, it's wrong. Julie on line 1.
I'm totally with you, Richard. I feel like there's a full assault on our values. We need to prepare our own counter-assault. I mean, I'm a good person with good values. I think we should just go after anyone who doesn't agree with me or celebrate my holiday.
Julie, you're totally right. I mean, the minority agenda, the midget agenda, yuck. Every idiot in this country has a damn agenda. What about my agenda? You know what that is? America. It is up to us, Bastion's buddies, to tell people what they can do. Because if not, they're going to live like heathens. Left to their own devices, they're going to eat their own shit. They're going to have sex with their daughters. And we got to tell them what to do and what to listen to. Otherwise, we're going to be screwed. We're going to be screwed. We want order, America. Do you hear me? We want order.
Well, I'm ready to take the Bastion's Buddies pledge.
Okay, well then all you got to do right now, Julie, I need you to raise your right hand. Okay, I'm getting another Buddies pledge. And it's abstinence. Okay, now what is that? It's doing nothing. Now you're good at doing nothing, right, Julie?
Yeah, I'm totally frigid.
That's great. Abstinence from sexual activity, it builds up hormones. Okay, listen to me. This is science. This is me using science for good. Abstinence builds up hormones. Abstaining for a long time produces a euphoric feeling. Okay? It is nature's antidepressant. Say it. I will not come onto men. Say it with me. I will not come onto men, and sodomy is a sin, even if I crave it. Okay, good. Now I take that pledge every morning. When I wake up, I look in the mirror, okay? After I get done doing my facial scrub, and then, I put some toner on my face. But after that, I say that pledge. It's great for strength and purity of our nation. There are no better ways to serve your country apart from one, and it involves taking out museums and inappropriate health facilities. If we're going to stay pure out there and focus on turning this country into an aggressive and limited access paradise, then listeners, you're going to need to start by avoiding romance novels, any machinery that vibrates, hand soap, baby oil, baby soap, hand oil, the internet, okay? Jumper cables, what are the trampolines? All right, trampolines, you get a young lady on a trampoline and her boobs start bouncing, or you get a well-endowed man and his package is bouncing all over, you're going to start thinking, well, there's more to life than shutting up, and that's not what is true. It's that simple. Next caller. What's wrong with this country?
We don't have enough mascots.
Okay, that is true. This is so true. Kids, the children of America, need to look up to people like Derek the Dodo, and not some liberal puppet on public television teaching you how to count. Okay, there's only 3 numbers I care about, and that is 3, 2, 1, launch. All right, and that is what I like to hear right before we send a missile cock into some asshole country's mouth. All right. Now, if I need my kids to be taught tolerance, sometimes, which is a dirty word in my household, tolerance, but I'll tolerate them fighting. Okay, that is what I'll tolerate. I don't need them to learn about life from puppets. Okay, you don't learn anything from anybody that likes having a hand put up their ass. All right, the only puppet I like is the president.
I have a great idea, and I've tried it at home. It works. I have 4 wonderful, darling babies.
4 babies? Well, you hear that, America? Another of Bastion's buddies making little soldiers to fight this culture war. That's great.
My babies are cats.
Wait, cats?
I've named them after patriarchal influences. I'm drawing my inspiration from my kitties.
Okay, nobody wants to hear about your stupid, useless pussies. God, what has happened to radio? I mean, to this city, to this world. I cannot wait to be judged, because I'm going to be okay. I already know that. I know that because I have secrets that I keep within me, okay? And if you keep them bottled inside of you, then you get to release them in heaven. Because right now on this earth, my secrets are the only thing that keep me on heaven's path. Now, most of you a lot of you are screwed, and rightfully so. Okay, we've gotten into the PC mode of well, we're all the same, we're all equal, man. Hey, women can do anything men can do. Even have Adam's apples. Yeah, right? Yeah, sure. BS, okay? I don't shop uncontrollably, okay? If I bleed for 7 days, I die. Okay? I can drive a car for more than 30 minutes without hitting something. Okay, that's the difference. Next caller.
First of all, I'd just like to say I love this show. It's great. You're doing a good job for this city.
Thank you. I agree completely. Get to the point.
Where the hell do these liberal fascists get off trying to censor pornography?
Okay, now listen. Put your head up to your radio so I can vibrate some sense into that thick head of yours. We need to know who is reading and watching what in order to keep the terrorists out and protect our morality. That's all that's going on. I mean, mood-altering candles lead to heavy petting, okay? Don't pet me. I don't want to be pet, all right? I'm not a cat, all right? Now, you know what I say? We're not even supposed to be having sex. No, keep it out of my butt. All right, with the nonsense on TV in this country, like that liberal Jeremy St. Ives, filling women's heads with all these irrational expectations about masculinity. We're all going to be in trouble. Here, listen, my wife has never had one of those so-called female orgasms, and she's very, very happy. She works out a couple times a day with her trainer, and she's getting very, very good at tennis. Okay, now we have our faith. That's where our orgasms come from. That's where we get off from praying. All right? This life is meant to be shit so that the next one is good. You gotta have your valleys to appreciate the peaks. It's like an orgy with virgins. It sounds like a good idea. Then you get in there and you're kind of like, no, don't put that there. Put that, anyway, you get my point. I'm a man who believes in the American dream. I really do. And that dream is I'm in charge, and if you don't like what I'm saying, then I'm gonna make a wisecrack and drop a bomb on you. That's it. That for me is the American dream, okay? And then maybe get a country artist to sing a song about it, and then have me walking around in slow motion. That's the fully realized dream. You know, then you can maybe make a movie about me doing that, and we can do action figurines, and then myself making a movie about blowing the shit out of you while I make a wisecrack. Yeah, I mean, the idea, the dream is endless, truly, and that's the beauty of America, is I'm allowed to dream. That's the dream. Don't complain to me that you come over here and that all you get are the janitor jobs, okay? Don't complain to me about that. Just pick up my shit and walk out of the room. Don't stand in here awkwardly. Don't try to make eye contact with me, okay? Don't talk. Don't ask about the pictures of my kids, okay? America, we don't want to pick up our trash, okay? We don't want to do that, and we don't want to sweat. All right, now we'll be right here in the air conditioning, watching the news, and stewing over people like you who are trying to break into our houses. And trust me, you come into my house, buddy, you know, there's going to be you're going to be in store for a little double-barrel surprise, okay? I will take you, and I will shoot a hole in you, and then I will torture you and your family for freedom. That's about all the time we have. Remember, Bastion's buddies, we are right. We'll see you next time on The Richard Bastion Show.
WKTT 1066, because now that the Cold War is over, it's time to fight with ourselves.
From Pinewood to Liberty City, if a celeb shits, eats, or snorts it, Fizz is there.
Hi, welcome to this edition of Fizz. The entertainment and celebrity scene is buzzing like an overdose celebutante. I'm Jane Labrador, and I'm joined as ever by our celebrity experts, Marcel Lemieux.
Jane, it's a celebtabulous week. I've got so much dirt to share.
Woo! And Jeff Ron James, who is here to make fun of all the people we can.
What's up, people?
Liberty City's entertainment scene has been hotter than a Baghdad barbecue. We've had a couple of big-name casualties on Star Junction. Gloria Unsworth was singing her menopause blues away in the musical Middle Age until she had a hot flash when it was canceled this week.
That's right, Jane. The show has failed to reach 45. Performances, that is. Who wants to hear anything about the horrors of aging? Listen to this.
I'm 40 and nobody wants to fuck me. Lasagna belly and ass kind of lumpy.
You know the worst part is when she showed her flabby bat wings on the stage.
Oh, that's revolting. I hate life without an airbrush.
Pick your face up. It's something called surgery. Get some work done on your funky fat thighs. This is the entertainment industry.
Also, tourists in Liberty City are complaining about indecent performances at a local night spot. The Perestroika Club in Hove Beach is home to a wide range of vaudeville performances and has outraged patrons with both the quality and violent content of its acts.
Oh, these rotten, dirty Ruskies. They're just taking over the entertainment industry in this town. First the strippers, smelling like vodka, and now they want the theater.
Thank God we still have Fleet Week.
You do realize you're a stereotype.
I am not. I am an individual. There's no other entertainment commentator who's camp, sassy, and bitchy. Leave me alone has been...
Boys, please. Magicians, singers, jugglers, and more are part of the vaudeville performances at the Perestroika Club. The Master of Ceremonies had this to say.
We have best entertainment in the whole of the city. You don't like real cabaret entertainment? Don't come. You offended by men throwing knives at ex-girlfriends? Don't come. Some nights we have cold, other night crash a woman drink too much, sings about her stepfather and sex change. It's a good time.
Juggling, spousal abuse, magic, people bursting into song, sex changes. Sounds just like a night at my parents' house.
I would love to get paid to throw knives at bitches. I would be a bitch knife act throwing motherfucker.
And more on the terrible tragedy.
Ah, that's right. We haven't had a paparazzi beaver shot for weeks. It's a catastrophe for our ratings.
Thank God. If I have to see Jill Van Krastenberg's chapped and cracked chimp lips on the internet one more time, I'll be back at therapy. be.
Actually, no. What we're talking about is the death of actor Wayne Tierson, who died a few weeks ago, but whose death has got great ratings and web hits.
Oh, yes. Tierson was found dead in a Las Venturas brothel, and Vinewood is struggling to come to terms with their loss. Shock. Mourning. This is a tragic blow to the entertainment industry, and one we here at Fizz are determined to help stretch out.
Aw, there. It's terrible. I feel your pain. A 20-year-old millionaire dying of too many lap dances and too many drugs. It's a real tragedy.
Well, you're right, and he did dress like shit.
See? That's right. Celebrities deserve to die for being better than us. That's the subtext of this entire show.
And some of the biggest names in comedy are coming to Liberty City. Cat Williams is here to do stand-up at the Split Sides Club, but he was also part of a protest in Middle Park against injustice. I spoke with him earlier. Why are you out here protesting?
Let me explain something to you. We are here to tell the world that there's a lot of injustice going on. Sick people, old people, people that want to watch TV, we're being oppressed.
How are you being oppressed?
How am I being... Do you know how much it costs to get an ounce of good weed in Liberty City? Motherfuckers want $500. How the fuck am I supposed to feed my kids and order pay-per-view wrestling and get a sandwich when weed costs that goddamn much? And half of it's just too motherfucking strong anyway. Names like White Widow, Northern Lights, AK-47. I'm not trying to order a gang. I'm trying to order some regular weed.
You're not here to protest against the pharmaceutical companies taking advantage?
Hell no. I love pharmaceutical companies. I wish I had a pharmaceutical company. I wish I was a pharmaceutical company. All kids should be on some sort of pharmaceuticals. Something to keep them calm and inside where they belong. Now that I'm fucking with my riders stealing my shit.
Comedian Cat Williams, groundbreaking illusionist Brian Vesuvius wowed audiences recently when he made his junk disappear between his legs.
I could do that. See? Look, I'm a woman. It's easy. You just tuck and...
Please, put that little guy away.
Now, Vesuvius is discussing his next big project, a stunt in which he plans to shrink his head to half its size.
I like a little head, usually after dinner.
Stop doing that, would you?
Vesuvius will perform his cranial reduction live in space, or so he claims. We will stay with this story. Meanwhile, we spoke to nightclub impresario Larissa Slalom about her newest Algonquin venture.
It's called Anna. It's gonna be the hottest club in town. Super VIP. All the celebrities, you'll never get in. We've got a gold scale at the entrance. If you wait too much, you can't come in. It's very chic. And there's a diamond-encrusted toilet right by the entrance. So you can purge till you hit the magic weight. And then the bouncer lets you in. Right, Lamont?
That's right. Get the boffin, bitches. People will do anything to get in our club. They lie about being a celebrity or a celebrity stepkid. They offer you sex, drugs, and money. Now it's down to the cold, hard facts. How much do you weigh?
Platinum vomitoriums are very now. Well, of course, it's a bit of a joke. We just want people to have a good time in a safe environment. I have to say that, or they'll shut me down again. Hey, anybody have a line? Oh yeah, Tony Prince is a loser.
Fantastic. I can't wait to stop by. That's about all we have time for.
We'll stay on top of the celebs,
stalking them till they snap.
And when they do, you'll hear about it first on Fizz.
Fizz! In this court, I am the law. I'm Judge Grady. And this is Just or Unjust.
The scripted drama of a court show.
But I'm the mother of his son.
That doesn't mean he can't get some on the side.
The injustice of an American courtroom.
Somebody give me head and I'll waive the charge.
The tension of a desperate network trying to stave off its own self-imposed death rattle by making a mockery of our justice system.
But he put me in a wheelchair, and I've got to save the world in the next half hour, including commercials.
I'm tired of your fake sob stories. How am I supposed to believe you lost your legs? Now wheel on out of here, Lieutenant, before I push you down the stairs myself.
All packed together with the incredible excitement of a game show.
Okay, you have 10 seconds to tell the truth or you'll be set on fire.
This isn't fair!
Welcome to American justice, lady.
This is Just or Unjust with Judge Grady. It's the hard world of radio justice. Real plaintiffs and defendants in a radio court of law.
Today, we've got Allen versus Davis, case 465. Okay, I've read your opening statements. Let's get going. Before me is LeVar Davis and Angela Allen. You two used to be in a relationship. And Miss Allen is suing you for $5,000 to fix damages to her car you did with a baseball bat? Mr. Davis, can you explain yourself?
Your Honor, that female is crazy.
Yeah. Sounds like the truth to me. Court is adjourned.
Hey, you're not even gonna hear my side of it?
Oh, well, shit. We got some time to kill. Why not? Approach the bench, Miss Allen.
Okay, yes, Your Honor.
Now sit on my lap.
Okay.
There. Isn't that better? Now tell me what happened to you, baby, while I struck your back.
Well, I was together with LeVar for a year, and he started acting real crazy. Hey, what are you doing?
Oh, shh, woman, shh, calm down. I'm soothing you. It's part of the legal process. Now, Mr. Davis.
Yes, Judge Grady. I mean, we were together for a while. She was fine. She carries herself well. She's got big if you know what I mean.
She sure does. I'm feeling them right now. Hold still, girl.
But she's evil and a cheater. She scratched my brand new truck. I needed a truck because I'm an accountant.
Is that so? You scratched his truck? His new accountancy truck? The kind of truck a man who works in an office buys so he can feel like a man again? What kind of woman scratches a man's truck? That's his manhood you're scratching. The very essence of his masculinity.
He sits outside my house all times of the night. He's out there in the morning watching me. I go to the store, he's peering at me through Sprunk bottles on aisle 7.
I'm not a stalker, Your Honor. Not after my last conviction. I'm just trying to get some information. These are fact-finding missions.
What kind of information?
Like who she's screwing so I can kill him.
You see, Your Honor? He's psychotic. Hey, why are you touching my hair?
It sure is lovely. So tell me, Mr. Davis, what did you do then?
Well, I was really mad about my truck, so I went to my quiet place after my yoga class, meditated, deep breathing, and then I kinda accidentally beat all the windows out of her car with a baseball bat, peed in the front seat, slashed the tires, and took a dump in the air filter.
You shit in the air filter? Give it up, my man. That's cold.
Yeah, so every time she turns on the air conditioner, her car smells like my shit.
That's right. That's ingenuity right there. That's what got us out of the primordial soup and into luxury condos with plasma TVs and robotic dogs. Good going. I like your style. Now see, girl, that's why you are the undisputed weaker sex and we are humiliating you on the radio. Name one woman wrestler who's any good. Name the first woman on the moon. Trick question. Name one woman pro football player. How many women wrote Shakespeare's plays? Answer me. You can't. And you are gonna have to go through life as the weaker sex. I mean, tell me, girl, did you deserve all this?
No, I mean, he owes me. He's got a good job, and I had his child.
You two have a baby?
Yes, Your Honor, we did, but I tried to do the right thing and push her down the stairs, like you recommended on one of your shows. But she had it anyway. Then I tried to sell it on the internet.
Good deal. Miss Allen?
He acted like he isn't the father. I had to do everything on my own. I didn't sleep for 6 months.
You're a terrible mother. I can tell by listening to you.
But I love my son.
When I met her, I was 24. She said she was 23, but she was really 13.
No, I didn't. I told you I was 13.
Well, they sound alike.
You told me it was okay because you were from South Carolina.
How do I know it's my baby anyhow?
The DNA test says so.
What is DNA? I've never seen it, and I'm an accountant. How are you going to believe in something you can't see? I can't see the wind.
Ain't that the truth? I ain't never seen DNA or stem cell. Or a law degree for that matter. I'm gonna have to retire to my quarters and think about this.
Judge Grady has taken Miss Allen back to his quarters to discuss his decision. Let's talk to a few people in the courtroom audience. Sir, what do you think? Who's in the right here?
He really has a lot of explaining to do. He pushed her down the stairs. That's no way to get rid of a girlfriend.
And what about you, man?
I'm gonna try that thing with the air filter.
We'll be back after this on Just or Unjust.
WKTT. Because I love my country, and if you don't, fuck you and your fat wife. WKTT 1066. Talk radio for people who are always right.
We're back on Just or Unjust with a case of the scratched truck and the underage fuck. Judge Grady is back in the courtroom with his decision.
Okay, All rise. Please be seated. Now rise again. Now get down.
Here.
Yeah, that's right. This portion of Just or Unjust is brought to you by America's Next Top Hooker on CNT. Okay, you know how this works. Courtroom audience names the game. The defendant and the plaintiff have to play it. How should we decide this case?
Make them eat glass!
Put a box of beans on their heads!
Cannibalism! Let us eat them both!
Gladiator cage!
Okay, we haven't had this one in a while. Both of you step into the cage. Okay, on the floor, you will find a sword, a mace, a flail, a hammer, and 2 tridents. Choose your weapon. Okay, now are you ready?
Yes.
Release the lion!
Hey!
What the fuck?
That'll teach you to screw with the man's truck. Damn! That lion ripped off her arm!
Dumb bitch, that's what you get.
Oh, he's coming after you, Mr. Davis.
No.
Nice! By the throat! That's what you get for hooking up with a young girl and stalking her in the supermarket. Let this be a lesson to you all. 2 wrongs don't make a right. Damn, I love justice. What did we learn today? We learned that passion can be your undoing. That sensationalist shows like this, celebrity worship, ignoring politics, it feels good. Like I just wake up each morning and wrap my big hands around the American dream and choke the life out of it. Now, studio audience, when the lion is done, you guys can go in and eat the rest.
Let's see what our studio audience thinks. Sir, was that justice?
Sure was. I mean, man, when a couple don't get on, rather than a messy separation, what Judge Grady gave us today was 2 people being messily separated by lions. That shit was dope.
And you, madam?
Wow, I knew it. Tastes just like chicken.
Great.
Just or unjust.
See you next time on Just or Unjust.
WKTT, because in the war on terror, it's kill or be killed.
WKTT 1066.
The #1 conservative talk show in America. He's America's anchorman. The conservative captain of the good ship Freedom isn't free, proving we can shout down any dissenting voices. It's the Richard Bastian Show.
I think more and more people need to stop breastfeeding in public.
Absolutely. Breasts are filthy. Cover them up, okay? Don't make me pull out my boot knife and give you a mastectomy.
America is too concerned with birth control. We need to be making babies. We need to catch up with the Chinese.
I'm with you. We've got to monitor people's email. We got to outlaw all the wrong religions, okay? Because that way we can finally be free in this country.
This is the continued pussification of America. It's not okay for men to be hugging each other and crying and talking about their feelings.
You know what? I disagree. I say feel, but feel with your fists, all right? Right there, the hammers that God gave you on the end of your arms, okay? Are you with me, Bastion's buddies?
And now, here's the man himself, Richard Bastian.
All right, thanks for joining me, Bastion buddies, here and on 1,400 radio stations worldwide. Welcome to the show. Now, today we're talking about family values on the program, and I'll tell you right now, I'm married to 2 women. My wife, my lovely, lovely wife with her beautiful hair and pretty face. The second person I'm married to, America. Now, here's my thing. I won't go down south on either. Why? Because it does not help with populating this great country with real Americans. It's about pleasure, not procreation, and that is pointless. Okay, now if you can't alliterate a real idea, it's too complicated, and I will not blind you with science. Now I know why bigamy is illegal in most